of the Men Unlimited. And our first guest in the house is the magnificent man behind every camera that I've ever seen at every event are here, Mr. Green.
Woo! Welcome aboard, Mr. Green.
Thank you for having me. It is an honor and a privilege to be sitting here.
Yes.
Were you one of those men that were crack scrubbing at the bit to try to get into the Women Unlimited group and said, "What about us?"
You know what?
Oh, here we go.
When
Why'd you ask?
I saw what y'all were doing, I'm like, wow, yeah, I want to know what that's like.
Yes.
He said he wanted to be a part of the clique, so now
Yeah,
he is.
yeah.
So it was so crazy because Brenda had been talking to me and she said, you know, these men around here, they're just wanting to know what us women are doing and they're so excited for us and they want to be a part of something. So I said, Brenda, why don't you start a Men Unlimited? And
Yeah,
she did.
that was just conversation. And then that night, I made a group for Men Unlimited, and then I was like, "So, are you ready, Constable Cap Brown? Because here we go."
Well.
Yeah.
Well, we speak things into existence.
Yeah, and she made it happen.
And it was something that I had been thinking about from the get-go, but it takes a little bit of time, right? Because we just created Women Unlimited literally a year ago.
Literally.
Just literally a year ago, and we have done so much. And but we always did it with the expectation of the Men Unlimited coming. So when she brought that up, I was like, oh my God, she's seen the vision, and I had never talked to her about that.
No.
So
true story.
yes, true story. We are excited about it. Yes.
So what I like to do, Brenda, if you don't mind,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
pay homage to introducing the Empowering Connections talk show.
Yes.
So if you can let them know about this talk show and how they can, get involved and what is the cost to have a podcast show.
Okay, so this podcast show, our podcast show is for everyone. If you are a man, not you ladies, so sorry. No, it's the other way around. You know what I mean? So if any man in business want to, have their own show, definitely you can do that through the WUSA. And that is here, right? So look around. This is where you would be. It is $50 for the hour. You guys will come out in our Men Unlimited Facebook page. But you could stream it anywhere, right? Like right now we're on StreamYard. So we are, going out to Instagram at the same time as a couple of the groups. So that is up to you, like kind of how you want to put that out. We do work with a girl. Her name is Maria Rendon. She is helping to, she's helping to sponsor these shows by kind of putting this up for us. But she just makes sure that it's shared. It's all over the place. We're trying to have you guys come in and, give you the convenience that you need, right? So, yes, we are excited about this. We are going to share your show because people are like, well, maybe this is something I could do from home. And I was like, well, can you capture our audience from home? Because you can only capture our audience if you are here, in our media room.
So brag about your audience, Brenda.
Yes. So what happened is, okay, so I have about, I don't know, maybe over 200,000 followers. And, we have 500,000 on our website. And we just kind of go from there. Like I said, we are growing every single day. Now, within the Women Unlimited, again, we have been out there for, about a year, and we have over 10,000 women in there. Wow. So the show for the Men Unlimited, it is being shared in there. We do support the men.
Yes.
So this is a huge way to do it. Anyone that has a show with us for that $50 for the hour, then you will be shared within the ladies that are kind of waiting to see, hey, so what's going on? What do they have? I mean, there could be true collaboration because of one show.
That's right.
So, yeah, definitely. And we have a lot of other things going on where we are going to have events with the Men Unlimited and the Women Unlimited. So I'm so woo!
Yes, so, like one big happy family.
Right.
I'd also like to thank the Evolve Texas Medical Group for sponsoring the show. We are located here where the Women's Unlimited headquarters is at 8721 Box Lane. And let me tell you, they have some awesome products, and Brenda's also a person who can attest to the good work that they do.
Right.
Digital Vita is also a sponsor. It's a virtual assistant service. They're also sponsoring graphics on the show. Their website is www.digital-vita.com. And we would like to invite you guys to join WUSA, the members. It's at Brenda, help me because it's not on here.
Okay, so that is our website. If you guys want to be a part of our workspace, you can get to womenunlimitedsa.com. And I don't know why you wouldn't want to be a part of our workspace, because, I mean, oh my God, we have made it very inexpensive for you. We have a pretty nice workspace. You guys can get all of the information and, you know, pictures, videos, and even the form to sign up. It's $50 for the whole month, Constable Cat
That's
Brown.
nothing.
I just said
Pennies
the
on the
whole
dollar,
month.
guys.
It's
With
like
all
you
those
don't,
followers and all that audience.
you just don't go out to eat one time, and that's between two of you, and that's at McDonald's. You just don't go one time because everywhere is so expensive, and you get your own workspace. So we have all of the information there on the website.
WUSAshows@gmail.com also is a good way to get in contact
If
with you all. Correct?
exactly, if you would like a show, whether or not you know, it's a woman or a man, then definitely, can you go ahead and state that one more time?
It's a WUSA, which is WUSA shows@gmail.com. That is the email address to send your information in to be a part of this beautiful collaboration.
Woo! Yes, yes.
So I want to get down to the nitty gritty of Mr. Green because, like I said,
and girl, he's smiling. He's
I
like,
know.
I'm ready.
You know, when I first had a conversation with this gentleman, he and his wife, Catherine, just like me, she spells it different, right, Catherine? You spell it different. R-Y, how does she spell it?
R-I-N-E.
R-I-N-E, and I'm R-Y-N. But we had a conversation, you guys, and it was a beautiful conversation. Not only is he a content creator, not only is he a man behind the camera, but he also has this beautiful heart and some bomb.com energy, he and his wife. And
I agree.
I had bought a piece from his wife, and I went to go pick it up. Where's wifey at?
Give me the piece. She's
Wifey.
right here.
Girl, she
Come
has
here, wifey.
she
Come
has
here.
a piece for
Come
Women
here.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Come here,
Come
back. Come back
I'm
here.
bragging about this, and you might as well step on through.
Oh
So
my
this is
goodness.
wifey, Catherine, R-I-N-E, and I had bought one of her pieces. This is one that she made for Women Unlimited. But when I tell you, when I meet an individual, I'm in and out because my time is so valuable. But I sat there, and I must have talked to you guys for how long?
Good hour.
You know,
An
I was so
hour.
jealous when I heard Kat. I was
Yes.
like, you got her for an hour?
An hour. I was like, because the energy was
But
just
he
flowing
does
back and
so
forth.
much.
Yes.
You can't say that in 5 minutes.
And it was like,
Thank you so much.
I saw their content, that the content creating aspect of them as a couple. I heard about their love story, but just him talking and the calmness of your voice and the positive exchange of energy is something that I was really compelled to hang around for. So can you tell me about what we were talking about at the table, which is something that you're going to also, I guess, roll out in terms of your future endeavors?
Well, wow, it is a lot.
Yeah.
It is about energy, and it's about aligning yourself with what brings out the best in you. So, wow, where do I even start? Good gracious. I'm an empowerment strategist and content creator. My name is B. Green, and it's about connection and connecting with people.
Yes.
I'm a storyteller. And so, yes, I might be behind the camera, but I'm looking for the ability to help you tell your story. I woke up one day and I realized that my life was literally in shambles. And so I couldn't immediately fix my external situation. So what I did was the only thing that I could do, which was go within.
Amen.
And so when you go within, you get to know yourself. I didn't even know who I was anymore. I didn't know what I liked anymore. I didn't know what made me me. We find ourselves playing these roles. You know, you may be a husband, a father, an uncle, an auntie, a mom, a this, a that, or the other. But who are you for you?
That's right.
And that's really what birthed who it is that I am now. I had to find out who I was for me.
And what did I tell you there at the table? Did I not say that this isn't who I am?
Right.
It has nothing to do with this title.
Right.
It has nothing to do with this uniform. It has nothing to do with the word constable. My name is Catherine Brown. That's on my birth certificate. And that is who I know me to be.
Right, right.
This is just a job. This is just a role that I play,
That's right.
you know, for 8, 9, 10, 14, however many hours. But it does not come home with me past that doormat.
Right.
And I take it off just as soon as I can. Because at the end of the day, I'm very self-assured. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. It's the confidence that I know who I am and I don't have to have this to identify who I am. Does that make sense?
It
Yes.
makes
Am I
perfect
going in
sense.
circles or
No, you're not going in circles. So I help people find themselves, so to
Yes.
speak, and
Yes.
become unstuck because you are not your circumstances.
That's right.
You're not your environment
Or your title.
or your title. You're an individual.
That's right.
And what is it that you envision your life to be? You can have that. You can have that
Manifestation.
manifestation. And
I love that.
Belief Enterprises is a multifaceted company. It has a content creation side, but it also has an empowerment strategy side. A lot of people, when you ask them, well, what is it that they want to do, or what is the situation that you're in, or how did you get there? The first thing that a lot of people say is, I don't know. But that could not be further from the truth.
Right.
You do know. But sometimes you just need to take the moment and the time to figure out, how did I get here?
That is correct.
And here is not just a physical place. It can also be a mental place, a spiritual place, an emotional place. So if you change one aspect of that without changing the other parts, you're going to find yourself in the same place. You can change your physical location, but you're still the same person.
That's correct.
Where you go to that next place.
And I think I had told you that day that I spoke to you that a divorce does not only occur between between husband and wife, but a divorce occurs between family and friends.
Yeah.
And when you start trying to get into a healthy environment, sometimes you gotta let the people go. And you gotta serve them divorce papers. Like, yeah. Like really.
It does make sense. It does. It makes sense. And it's what's best for us. And sometimes we're thinking about other people that we're not thinking about us. And like you said, it kind of comes within, and people have to reach within to know what is best for them. And you're right. If sometimes that is the healthier thing to do, is to let go of that circle, because indeed it was a part of maybe toxic. You know what I mean?
It was really hard for me, but now I got them papers. I'm sorry, you been served.
Yeah.
And
you've
keep
been
walking
served.
with, respectfully,
Respectfully, right.
Yes.
There's a way to do it, and it works out that way.
The changing and the turning point for me is when I looked at everything as story. Okay? So I looked at it from a higher perspective. And this really was the turning point for me. I stopped using the words hero and villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times we want to make somebody a villain, but guess what? In somebody else's story, I'm probably the villain, right? So it's not about good and bad, it's about health. So I'll use this for an example. You said the word toxic, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if I have an allergy, let's say I'm allergic to shrimp, right?
Okay.
Right.
So
does that make shrimp an evil entity?
Yes.
It does not.
No, I'm agreeing. Yes,
No,
you're saying the
I
right thing.
No,
I'm getting you. Yes.
And so just because that is the reaction that I have, that means that I need to stay away from shrimp.
Right.
So am I
Where my husband it's all about shrimp. Oh my goodness. And that's great you say that, because I'm not a shrimp person, but you tell him otherwise, because he'll have a full plate and love it. So what works for him doesn't always work for me.
Correct.
Bingo.
And that's the
Yes.
thing. You know,
Yes.
sometimes you're with people, or you're with situations, or
Yeah,
you're
true.
with for the wrong reasons.
Mhm.
And you find out that it's not healthy for you. So you have to do the healthy thing.
And identify those boundaries and
There you
implement them.
Yes. And stand by
Implement.
them.
Yes.
And the
thing.
people who really love you will respect those boundaries.
That's right.
And you'll tell the folks that don't and the folks that do. And also, I want to put this in here, that depending on when you meet a person, depends on the stage of development that they're at.
Mm-hmm.
That
So,
is true.
Yes.
So if you were to meet me several years ago, you wouldn't be seeing this person, right?
I
Right.
would have been at that Whataburger for about 2 minutes.
You might have. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
have to give
It
people
is
Well,
the
true.
depending on what
opportunity
stage you
to
are in your
grow.
healing process.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And again, when we take the villainy out of it,
Yeah.
and you allow people to grow and just understand timing, right?
Yeah.
Right now, you might be around people and it's not your time to be around them. But what comes out of that situation, whether it is a toxic situation or not, it's a mirror to show you what is it that I need to work on, or what is it that I need to do to develop. Right now, I might not be at that level where I can, have that interaction with you. But because of that interaction, it showed me what I needed to do to become who it is that I know.
That
I'm
is so
supposed to
true.
And Brenda, can I share this? Because
Please.
me and Brenda were talking one day, and she was so stressed out, and she called me, and she'll remember this conversation. And she was like, I was like, what?
And I was at a very noisy
Yeah.
place. Everything
I
was
said,
wrong. Everything was wrong, but I felt I needed to do the call.
yes.
But after talking to Kat, I really didn't have to do the call that right then and there. Maybe I could have waited when I was in a better.
But she doesn't know where I'm at in my day to day, and what tone and whatever I can handle. Because
That's so
where
true,
I'm
Kat.
at, it's like I'm constantly berated. I'm constantly having bad news and people hollering and screaming and whatever. Not that that's what Brenda did, but it was just at that particular moment I was at work and I'm a different character outside of this, and so I have to have my barriers up, because I don't
True.
know what's going to come at me, because it's
You really
always
don't.
coming at me, you guys. So
Which I didn't think about that
yeah.
with Constable Cabral. I just was like, I'm on a mission. I need things,
It's
this
like,
and this is going on.
And so we talked, and that's how I am. Like, I'll let the person know before I just say, oh, what, Brenda, excuse me, and walk off. I'll talk to the person and say,
Yeah.
you know what, let me help you to understand how this conversation made me feel. Or the tone in which the
Which is
conversation
really
took
hard
place.
for so many people, I think,
Yes.
to have that conversation. And maybe that's why sometimes things go wrong real quick.
That is correct. And you never hear from that person again when it could have been resolved.
Right.
Right?
So many things are happening at once.
Yes.
And the mask, so to speak, that
Yeah.
someone has to wear in the moment,
Yes.
you don't know the million things that are going on in their life. They're playing this role right
Yes.
now, but they may have 15 other roles.
And she's like rising to stardom just like overnight. So she has so much responsibility. And I said, Brenda, baby girl, it's okay.
But and that's
It's
okay, because I
To have your
appreciate.
moments.
I know everybody's busy, so I
Yes.
appreciate anything that is said, anything that comes at me. Actually, good or bad, and then because we're the ones that make the ultimate decision
Correct.
about ourselves.
Yes.
It's not always about the other person.
Yes.
About ourselves going forward.
Yes.
You can stay that person, or you could take into consideration what people are saying.
I gotta come over there and hug you. You know why? Because you received it like a healed
Stop
woman.
giving me
No,
chills.
you did. And
Because
she sent me a text back and said thank you. So
not
give me a hug.
more.
No.
Yeah,
Just
no.
for being honest.
That's
Honesty
awesome.
is
But-
everything.
But why would it exactly?
But not every woman's like that. You have to understand. No.
I'm all because I am. I'm like,
Uh-uh.
why we are not all
No.
like that? Because
No.
that's what works.
No. Not every woman has the
Res-
maturity
but
level. that she has.
respect.
Yes.
back and forth, just
That is
one
correct.
word,
Yes.
just the respect others. And you don't have to always agree, but then you better have seen forward that there probably is not a forward, because the way we came out and what our decision was to it.
Because I've had that conversation with other people in the past, and that's when the divorce occurred. Because they weren't receptive. And I'm an accountable friend. I'm never going to not let you know how I feel because I'm a straight shooter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and if we can all be an accountable friend, you'll know how to establish your boundaries better, I think.
Yeah.
If you're open and transparent.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
And you know, I've talked to so many people that say, I don't have a good friend, or I don't have a best friend, or I have people that they're just in passing, which there's really nothing wrong with that. As you are going through your own stages of life, then people really do, I feel people really do come our way. They're there for the moment. It was a good moment.
Season and reason.
Yes, and then you know, I'll see them again another 5 years. But then you have those. I have a friend from second grade, and we're just the best friends. And what is crazy is that we don't talk every day or even every month. But if I am going through a struggle, or she is, I am dropping every single thing. Or if I'm doing something new, I call her and she's like, "What, girl?" And she just answers the phone. "Girl, what you doing? What amazing thing are you doing now?" Like, that's how she answers the phone. So, and I love that I have, and I know not a lot of people have that in their life, but I appreciate it, and I take, you know, I take that, and I know that is even hard to keep nurtured throughout 40 years. You know what I mean? So I wish and hope that everyone does have that person. I wish and hope that, you know, we spend more time for ourselves, so that we can grow and we could keep that good energy, good vibe people with us.
But you know what I envy, you guys? Is the men to men, what man to man camaraderie. Because us women don't have it like that.
Exactly.
So talk to me about that.
You know, it's really interesting. It's really interesting because it all depends on who you are and your perspective on that. Because a lot of times, men, they're like, wow, you know, women, they get together, they do things, they discuss things.
So you look at us like we look at you?
That's the way it is.
Wow.
That's the way it is. It's exactly the way it is. Because the truth about it is, I will say this, is that I'm trying to say this right. I'm trying to say you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Because what it is, it's difficult for men to be open and discuss the deep things. Because typically, I would say
is it ego more?
Well, typically, and this is why. Okay, I'll use it like this. Okay, so typically you have.
There'll be total secrets if you don't want to.
No.
The men are gonna be like,
I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I promise. But okay, so the more emotional issues are not usually a man's strong suit.
Okay, in terms of discussion with another man.
In terms of discussion with another man.
Okay.
And the ability to have a safe space, to be able to take that mask off, to be able to be yourself. Because vulnerability in society is seen as a weakness.
So you're going to come in with your talents, you're going to break those boundaries.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why emotional intelligence is one of the things that I gravitate towards and I teach. First to myself.
Yes.
Because the way that I grew up, my dad was a very hard man. And he came from very hard circumstances. My mother was the nurturer. My father was not. So to think about where people come from and what made them who they are is very important to understand why you may have got or not got what it is you felt you needed. People can only give you what they have.
True.
And sometimes they don't have the tools. So I watched this interview, and it totally changed everything. It was an interview with of all people, David Letterman and Jay-Z. And they were talking about how their lives both almost blew up, their marriages and all this type of things. And Jay-Z basically said, I'm the type of dude that can walk into a room and I can case the joint. I can know whether it's a good situation to be in, whether we need to leave or whether we need to go. In business, I know how to make moves. But he said, when it comes to emotions, he said, I'll be a negative 100.
Wow.
So he blew up his family, potentially, not because he didn't love, but he didn't know how.
Wow.
He did not receive those things. So for me, it's like, okay, so if that's the situation, then I need to tap into the tools and find the tools to do what it is that I need to do. And that is the mission behind what I'm about. I'm about breaking those barriers and helping men, helping young men, because my life went off course right around that 1920-ish. That's where my heart is for all you youth who are transitioning into adulthood.
You guys.
Yeah.
This is crucial. The decisions that you make now affect your future. And you may not think that it does, but your future is worth more than society will tell you it is.
Mr. Green, I want to thank you so much because this conversation was deep, and I could stay here for another hour talking to you because you have.
We're gonna have to have a segment 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to tell them again about your business and how to get in contact with you if you're interested in your services?
Yes. Okay. So everything in my business is under construction right now because I'm under construction. Pay attention to what I just said. When you're trying to get to that next level, you have to take that time to take a time out. So belief believenterprises.org, BLEAF, believe. That's a play on words. Enterprises.org is my landing page, and there you can find the Power Narrative podcast. You can find access to my empowerment strategy services and even my content creation services, because I'm about promoting the positive endeavors of your personal self or your business. So
I really like what you're doing.
Thank
you and
you.
your wife are such a dynamic duo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your personal life with me and what you're getting ready to do in terms of helping men in the future. So
thank you.
We really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I have a little special guest. Can you go tell them to come in, Mr. Green?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I have a special guest, you guys. It's a surprise guest that I have called to ask if he could come in. And I think
He's around the corner. He'll be here in just a
he's
second.
around the corner, but you know what? What I like to do is go over he's on the way. But he's around the corner. It's going to be like a little mystery guest. I had to, do me a little something to promote my people too. But anyway, I want to give props to, again, Empowering Connections for this talk show. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. So I am so grateful for them. Evolve Texas Medical Group is also a sponsor. They are definitely doing major things for Women Unlimited, and they are responsible for giving Women Unlimited a hub. So thank you so much to the Evolve Texas Medical Group. Let's also thank Digital Vita Virtual Assistant Services for sponsoring the event, the graphics for the show as well. And their website is www.digital-vita.com. And if you are interested in coming on the show, we would like to give you the email address, which is wusashows@gmail.com. you can email Brenda's crew and schedule to be on the show. And here's my surprise guest, my Deputy Delgado. Thank you for coming,
Thank you, man.
Deputy Delgado.
Thank you for inviting me. It's my
Yes.
first time doing this, so I'm kind of nervous, but we're gonna be all right.
This gentleman here, let me tell you, when I need something, he is on the spot. Johnny come all the time on the spot. So tell us a little bit about you, your career, and your family.
Thank you. I'm Deputy Delgado, Precinct 4 Constable's Office officer. Been with Constable Precinct 4 for a year and 10 months now.
Oh, how nice.
Yes,
Hold on,
ma'am.
I want to do this. Yay! Woo! Yes.
I graduated my probation period, so I'm good.
Well, I was
That's
thinking,
all.
he's still here, Constable, so
I know.
Good job.
Doing something right.
yeah.
So yes, I just retired from Berry County Sheriff's Office. I did
Oh, okay.
15 years over there.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I transferred with the Constable Brown.
I
Thank you
love
for
that.
I was like, get over here.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love that.
But yes, I'm here. Like I said, thank you, Constable Brown, to
No.
inviting me and welcome me on board, and I'm enjoying it. So make sure you vote for Constable Brown next election.
No. That's not what this is about. I promise that's not what this is about. This is to highlight you
Thank you.
and to talk about how good of an officer you are and how busy you are with the district that you have. And when I tell you he has one of the busiest districts within our
What is
office, and he never complains the area that he services in terms of his civil documents and such.
Well, I know you carry like all those zip codes.
Yes.
So he has one of like the biggest zip codes.
Yes.
They
Per
call
capita.
it the busiest, 223. So it's a stretch district. I patrol over 181, Castroville, south of 181. All
Yes.
the
I'm so
223.
excited to hear him say that because that is my
That's
zip
your
code.
area.
Oh, me.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Yay.
yeah,
Okay, good. We are protected. Very
Yes,
well.
man. So if you see me, just flag me down. I'm here to protect you.
Come back on the show.
Right. So yes, we do a lot of civil documents. We execute a lot of court order documents. That was our main, our main duties. Yeah, performing duties.
Yes.
So we also do a lot of traffic citations. We see somebody breaking the law, we pull them over, and we do.
Well, I know that area, the growth is a little crazy right now.
Oh yeah.
That 78223, around that area. In my area alone, there's 4 new subdivisions. And we are out in the country, so we're one of the few in our area that still, there's hundreds of acres there, but you just go down the street and then all of a sudden there's just like all these new subdivisions.
Oh yeah.
So
it's
you
growing,
guys are probably getting a lot busier
of course.
because of just so much.
Yeah, they're building a lot of apartment complexes and a lot of, like you said, a lot of subdivisions over there by 181 South,
Yes.
Southton. So all those are new houses. So that's
You're-
my district's getting busier and busier. But like I said, I love what I'm doing. I love what I do.
And he has the spirit all the time. I mean, I kid you not. I'm not saying this because he's in front of my face. That's just Deputy Delgado
Just me
is.
with my uniform.
Yes. all
So
the time.
yes, I love what I do. I love talking to the public, talking to doing what I do. So
Yes.
but yes.
And I would have been remiss, Miss Brenda, if I had not have brought him on the first Men Unlimited show.
That's
I had
right.
to have one of my deputies come. Of course, you're my hard charger, so I,
Thank you.
one of the best at the top. But let's talk about what you did prior to coming into law enforcement.
Yes. So I'm from Laredo, Texas. Born and raised in Laredo. I joined the Navy back in '95. I did 4 years, '95
Thank
to
you for your
'98.
service.
Yes,
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
sure.
Thank you for the support. I did 4 years. I was stationed in San Diego for 4 years. Came back to Texas. I was thinking about staying in California, but it's too expensive. So no, let me come back to Texas.
You're like, I'm gonna do the right thing.
Yes,
oh my
ma'am.
goodness.
So I came back I was thinking about staying in Houston or San Antonio. So I was
Yeah.
debating. So since my parents are from Laredo, so I decided to stay closer to my family.
Yes,
So
true.
I stayed in San Antonio, and which is 2 hours away from Laredo. So I got still my
Very
family
doable.
close. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Bella, you're a natural. You sure you haven't done this before?
Never. This is my
Just
first time
talking
doing
all
it.
over. It really is.
I was like, you know, he practiced out there
I
the
know.
last 30 minutes. I
I
got
heard
this.
you guys only okay. Let me do my best.
Sharpen them tools real
Yes,
quick.
yes.
Wow.
So yes, I started staying in San Antonio. I lived here since '99. And my wife.
Oh, how nice.
I have one son. He's 15. Who's going to be 15? But prior to my son's birth, my wife got pregnant and she lost it, unfortunately.
Oh,
so we were,
so sad.
we tried to arrange, and finally, my son was born. So only one child. So but I had a handful.
I'm sure that's. I was gonna say,
Yes,
and he's a boy.
He's
so
a boy, so he's
I have
going,
several boys. They're little rambunctious, you know.
yeah, 14, 15, they go through the changes or
Yeah.
whatever that is. But I got
Is that when you wear your badge in front of the boys, or what? Do you remind them?
Right.
Discipline.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And so yes, and then I did some. I joined Berry County back in '08.
Oh, okay.
And from '08 to 2022, and then I decided to transfer with Constable Brown.
I
And
I
love
wouldn't
that.
harass them.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're like, the truth is.
Yes.
But
Well,
yeah,
you've done a lot.
yeah,
You've traveled. You've done it
Oh
all.
yes. Like I said, while
Well,
Navy, I traveled a lot. Never thought about traveling over in Japan and Alaska and Philippines.
Oh my
So,
goodness,
yeah,
he has been everywhere.
Navy, yeah, we
The
traveled.
Navy will take you.
Travel, yeah, every 6 months.
And our military gentlemen make for good recruits in law enforcement because they're
True.
very, diverse in terms
Right.
of cultures and whatnot. So
Well, it's no wonder you threw that hook out. You're like, get out over here. Hold on.
Come on here. But
I
I
always
just
love
was
that.
I've never, like I said, never worked with constable before. I mean, as a constable, so
Yeah.
now that
Very
I'm
different.
out different, yeah. So, but now that I know what I'm doing, okay, I'm gonna stay here.
I
For a while.
love
Yeah.
that. Yes.
And you guys, he is truly a gem, and he's definitely about camaraderie in the office. So you're definitely an asset to our office. And I just wanted to bring on a quick moment just to say hey to the Men Unlimited audience now, and so that they can see what we do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yes,
out,
thank you for
and-
coming. I know that the both of you. Thank you for coming. I know that your office has to be busy, like you said, especially with that growth. But just coming here today, especially this is our very first Men Unlimited show. You guys are really, really appreciated.
Thank
You know, I happen to say you guys a lot, and this time with the guys, I can actually. The women are like, you're always saying, hey, you guys.
Yeah.
So I feel really super comfortable. Hey, guys. You know,
It applies now.
it applies now. You're
Any
right.
words of wisdom or encouragement you want to give the men out there before you go?
No, just have goals in your life. Don't give up. Just stay positive. I know the world is crazy out there, but there's good officers out there. Just protect and serve. I know sometimes they see law enforcement as a bad guy.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
there's good officers out there in the street.
Absolutely.
We're here to protect and serve, and like I said, we're doing the right thing. Just because of bad apples doesn't
Yeah.
mean we're
That's
the same.
right. That's
So,
right.
but like I said, keep your faith, and just be positive and go forward. Because life is too short. I've seen a lot of deputies that are not here with us, and which is their deputies I knew when working at the Berry County, and so I'm getting that age where I know my faith is coming up, and my spirit is just just get on with everybody and just respect and just life.
And have a good life.
Yes, travel.
Be happy with your life travel.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
for coming
Councilor
out. I
Brown.
appreciate you.
Thank you for inviting
Thank
us.
you so much.
My
I'm going
first
to go
time
ahead
doing
and.
this, so I guess I did good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
you did fantastic. We want to thank you. Let me go ahead and walk you out so that I can bring in the next person.
So let's again give some credit to Digital Vita. They are our virtual assistant. They do the event graphics and they have sponsored them. I'd like to also give thanks to Evolve Texas Medical Group for sponsoring the show. They are located at 8721 Botts Lane, and their number is 210-905-0663. Empowering Connections Talk Show, if you're interested again in getting on the talk show, you email wusashows@gmail.com. And next we have, if you want to give your name and
Yes.
who you are.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. So thanks for having me here.
You're so welcome.
And my name is Mark Lugo. I'm with Cafe con Leche Texas and Impact Radio Show.
So, you know what, you guys, Mr. Lugo has a lot of experience. So, if you see me blotting my forehead, I'm just a tad bit nervous because I have a whole lot of experience to my right. But go ahead, talk about your businesses and what you do, and a little bit about you.
Yes, definitely. So again, my name is Mark Lugo, and I'm the host of Impact Radio Show. And so we have our show with KDRY, 1100 AM.
I'm taking notes, you guys.
And you see, now you're making me nervous. It's like, I gotta be on my A game. No, I'm just kidding. But we have a partnership with KDRY 1100 AM, and so we come out on Sundays at 2:30 p.m. and 10 p.m.
What is the topic of your conversation?
So some of our topics is faith-based.
Oh,
So
wow,
different.
awesome.
We interview. The focus is to interview people that are impacting their city, impacting their communities.
Nice.
So in the religious sector, there's lots of churches, lots of people out there that are impacting their community, and there's also businesses that just kind of give back to the community and just kind of they want to be involved more. They don't just want to be a business, in the receiving end, but they also want to be in the giving end.
It's nice to hear something that's still uplifting that exists.
Oh, yes.
In any type of entertainment platform.
Absolutely.
It's nice to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the bad news, spreads fast.
Oh my God.
So we're hoping that the good news also spreads fast. But we're providing a platform for people to share. It's two-handed there, where it helps. It lets people know what they're doing in the community, but also lets people know what they're doing in their business.
Yes.
So we help promote small businesses. So that's a big focus of
like a
what
small
we do.
business resource on the radio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So like what y'all are doing here, the wonderful job with Women's Unlimited in broadcasting and putting the ladies out there with their business.
Yes.
So we
Were
do
you
that
one of
across
those
the board.
men that were like, "Can I come in? Can I play?"
Yes, I was looking at everything that was going on. I mean, it's interesting because like somebody shared with me Women's Unlimited, and then I saw another friend post something about Women's Unlimited, and then a show that's they're part of. It was like, okay, I think I need to get a hold of Brenda because I like what she's doing. I was like, I gotta call her. I gotta get connected with her.
Yeah.
And so I called her, and it was like, okay, this is what's going on. I'll have a show next week. Or you'd like to be on? I'm like, I got more. A lot more, and I love it because I flow the same way.
Yes, and just like what Mr. Green was saying, that you guys, and I asked him, I told him, I said, is your camaraderie like I think it is? Because I thought men are closer than women are. We could be a little catty. And so,
Okay.
but every time I see men, collaborate together, they just seem like they all get along. But he said
Yeah.
that isn't always the case.
It's not always the case. I was just sitting back there, and I'm like, oh man, that's a tough question to answer, because of men, because you're asking us to open up, with that question. So, men in general don't like to open up.
That's what he said. That's news to me.
We can talk about football. We can talk about golf. Any sports, you name it. That conversation. If you're into that, some men are not. So whatever you're interested, whatever you love, you're going to talk about. You're going to flow with it. And I mean, some men just like to be in their own corner, leave me alone, just let me enjoy the game, and that's that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think something like this, the Men Unlimited, will help to break that barrier?
Absolutely. There's men who that are in business who they need help. It's just like women in business need help getting the word out. Men in business also need that help and that assistance. And we also need like a place where we can come together. Other than for football or kind of the stereotypes. And I don't want to stereotype it. Not that I've seen. Honestly, I haven't seen. Because
Tell her.
now I have some family members that participate in like the barbecue. Just a cook-off.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, that gathers men from all over. Men will bring their food trucks and their barbecue pits and the whole 9 yards. And they have the latest gadgets.
The conversation is usually about sports or something mutual that people feel comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
Never about how you got your business started or you know, what are the resources out there to help me grow my business, nothing like that.
I not with men. Usually, typically, those conversations happen with women. You know, women in business. Yeah, yeah.
I think Brenda started something here, boy.
But brothers will hook each other up in the sense, you know, like, hey, you know, I found this. You know, they do share. They do share it. I don't want to say that it's not happening at all.
But it's
but
never collectively.
Collectively, and at this type of level, what y'all are doing with the women, I don't see it.
Wow.
I don't see it.
Wow.
So yeah, definitely onto something. And so when I saw Men's Unlimited, because I'm over here following Women's Unlimited.
You're like, let me post something about my poor thing.
And I was like, wow, she's promoting small businesses. Well, I have a small business too, you know, and women get connected, and I'm like, okay, that's good.
I am so happy that this is starting, and you and Mr. Green and Officer Delgado are a part of the initial platform. And it sounds like you guys are like-minded individuals in the sense that you want to grow, you want to have those open conversations, you want to share resources, and maybe you'll be the pillar to do that.
Well, I'm naturally attracted to growth, and attracted to, you know, in the growth that's moving. You know, if that makes sense. It's just like,
Oh yeah,
if you don't get moving, you don't grow.
that's right.
You stay stagnant. You
That's
stay
right.
just kind of in place. It's like, you know, us four, no more. You know, but if you're moving, you know, you can move with the creation. Like you can create something, because you know, we don't have it all figured out.
Right.
But
And
if
I
we're sitting
always
on our
told-
couch, we're not going to get going anywhere. You know?
That is correct. You're absolutely right. And I always told my kids, I have two boys, never feel intimidated to be the dumbest person in the room. You sit there like a sponge and you absorb all that knowledge.
Right.
You know?
That's good.
So.
Well, you're reminding me another saying that says, if you're the smartest person in the room,
You in the wrong.
you're in the wrong room.
You're in the wrong room.
If you're the
need
smartest
travel.
friend you have, you need new friends.
That is so true. Because how are you going to elevate? You know, when you're constantly giving all your energy to help everybody else, and you ain't learning nothing new.
That's right.
Right.
Right. So I've always adopted the model that I'm always a student.
Yes.
I'm working on my bachelor's degree now.
Congratulations.
And thank you.
What are you
Thank you.
mastering?
It's in theology. So
Oh wow.
Texas University in theology. So
congrats on that.
thank you. And so, you know, I'm going to keep on going. They offer masters, they offer doctorate programs. So, like I said, always a student. But I finally found a platform to be able to do that, you know, through, you know, with that university. So they accepted my credits from other universities and, you know, added them all together. And I was like, I was further along than I thought I was too. And so it's like, it's just a perfect opportunity.
You know what's crazy is that, Brenda, we've had 3 good-hearted men. Delgado's a devout Christian. Mr. Green, devout Christian, man of faith and wisdom. And here you come.
There we go, girl.
It's like, wow.
It was just like good vibe gravitation
Yes.
towards our very first show.
I know.
So when he reached out, I was like, and I know we were busy. We're both busy, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I have a few minutes. And it's like 45 minutes later. Well, I guess I had more time than I thought. Because when you're talking to good people, you just, that
and
connection.
he was so young, like I didn't expect all this wisdom in you.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I'm
Wow,
sorry I
thank you.
judged him,
Yeah,
but you know, I thought, well,
That's a
I got to
compliment.
come out and say,
Yeah.
this is my show, and I didn't. Well, you did.
Well, so this is what I do. I sit under oak trees and I just listen.
Oh. I need to bring
You know,
my son and let him hang out with you.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know how old he is, but you know, of course, like that's the other
started.
thing. But he started. Okay, my son's 19 years old, and he just opened up his first business.
Your son's 19?
He's 19. He's an
I
entrepreneur.
thought he was younger than that. I thought,
And so, my son's 19. I have another one 16, but he's an entrepreneur. I want to get him connected with Men's Unlimited as well. And
Oh, very
Yes,
nice. Very
yes.
nice.
He has a nutritional shop, so in Somerset, Texas. So I want to,
Do you
get him
wanna-
connected with it.
let everybody know what his business is.
Well, yeah, absolutely. My son is in Somerset, Texas. It's Somerset Nutrition, and it's right by the Texas Bank, right next door. So Bulldog Nation, Somerset Bulldogs. But he's out there to go, and his name is Benjamin Judah.
Benjamin Judah. Hi, Benjamin. We got to have you on Men Unlimited next.
You're next.
So, reason I asked for your son's age because it's like, how old is he? And you want him to hang out. So I would love to. So, there's another kind of thing that I follow is that there's a Timothy, a Barnabas, and a Paul. So a Paul in your life is somebody that's mentoring you, teaching you. A Barnabas, oh my goodness, you're pulling these out to me.
Yes.
So a Barnabas is somebody that you're doing life with, like you said, like your son, like y'all are a Barnabas to each other, collaborating with each other. And then you need Timothy's in your life where you're pouring back into in raising them up.
Mr. Green, is he still? Are you listening to this?
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Wow, thank you so much.
No, keep
I'm humbled.
going.
Yeah. So when you have that, you actually you bring all the generations together, and
There you go.
pull them. So what a healthy church or healthy organizations is 4 generations deep. That we don't forget our seniors. We don't forget those who have paved the way for us.
That's right.
What we're
That's
enjoying
right.
now. And that we're not leaving our brother or sister alone
Foster.
in the fight.
Yes.
That we're hey, I got some ideas. Hey, what do you need help with? Or what are you stuck on? What can I help you with? And then so we're multi-generational, multi-racial, and we're just multi-denominational, working together.
To the men out there watching this, you are missing out. I mean, this Men Unlimited is coming together like no other, and you have wisdom.
That's right.
You have so much wisdom if you become a part of this organization. I'm telling you.
And we both host the Women Unlimited. And now today the Men Unlimited, and you're right, it's 2 separate vibes. Good vibes.
Yes.
But I'm even learning just right now today, it really is so different. And I love that because we're helping to put that forward to everyone, to our audience.
And I always said that when you're parenting, it doesn't come with a manual.
Right.
And unfortunately, with the men that are raising men, all they know is what they know.
Mm-hmm.
And like you and Mr. Green has said, and then Officer Delgado, it's up to us to change the trajectory of where those kids go moving forward under our watch.
You're correct.
And go ahead. Tom.
No, so what you're saying is, Café con Leche is from Texas, is my coffee business. Now, my son inspired me to get started. He's 19, he's inspiring a 43-year-old man who's dead.
Oh.
Gosh, when you say it like that, it's like, okay, they get emotional about it.
No.
But I see him driving, I see him going and going after his dreams, right? And I was like, my son can do it, I can do it too.
And let me tell you something. The most attractive thing on a man is when a man shows emotion. So don't ever be afraid to show emotions.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, so many men are taught you better not cry.
Yeah.
You better not, help your sister with her hair. That's gonna, make you into whatever.
Don't learn how to do braids.
Yes, all of that stigmatism attached. So
Let me tell you, I know some good dads out there.
Yes.
They're single dads, raising, single parents, raising their kids, or even married adults where they're involved with their kids. We got a stereotype on us that we're not involved, and we're the not involved, not in the games at school functions or anything. But there's some good dads out there that are involved. So shout out to all the good dads out there, that are raising up the next generation.
That's right.
An example. So.
Mr. Lugo, right? Mr.
Yes,
Lugo.
Mark Lugo.
Mr. Mark Lugo. You want to tell them about your business and how to get in contact with you?
Okay, so you're talking about mentoring. Yeah, I'm like Brenda over here, but
wearing
but
which hat?
she's-
Which hat
she's like-
today?
She's like, wow, I'm honored to be among you ladies.
We're honored
and,
to have you.
Yes, to be here. So the coffee. What I was going to say about the coffee business is that I wanted. So there's a lot of coffee businesses. Actually, since COVID, I know it's a bad word. We don't want to say that anymore, right? But since COVID, it changed the way we do business. It changed the way we do life.
There was so many changes, more appreciation, and more. Let's make it about us a little bit more, giving us more time even
Yeah,
within
people
our
actually
life.
going into the communities.
Yeah.
Well, the way that
Like before, Lucy.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
So what COVID did, it put small businesses on wheels. So your mobile coffee, your mobile barber, your mobile anything, even services, right? So
You're giving me the
so-
chills. Look at all of that. Because there was so many good changes though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Things we thought about but said it will never happen, happened. That
Yeah.
was such a big deal.
And so there's a lot of coffee shops out there, and I was like, well, what's going to make me different? And so I started looking at myself, self-examination of what am I about? How do I want to stand out different from other businesses? And so, just prayed about it and settled in my heart that the coffee business is going to be where I'm giving teenagers a job and young adults aging out of foster care system.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to mentor them and then help them start their own business. Maybe just do a franchise with them to do that. I mean, so the thing is, so if my son had never inspired me, not that he was like, it wasn't intentional, but because of who he is, it inspired me. Who you're around will inspire
Yes,
you.
that's right.
So it inspired me to get going. And so then, okay, Dad's worked with the foster care system. Dad's done nonprofit work, and Dad does community work. So just kind of pulling that all together. So I'm going to build this business for the next generation. So then, they need direction. We know that and I'll share this because it's important because we're in a foster care crisis.
Yes.
So, so once they age out, a great percentage of them will end up in prison, will end up on drugs, will end up in prostitution or sex trafficking. So it's up to us. This is, maybe this is the bigger picture of all of this. All of us, men and women unlimited, coming together.
I have a contact for you
Okay.
when we get done to give you because she's a private donor that's interested in doing something like that.
Wow, and it's, you never know until you get going.
Because she has mentored people after they've been kicked out of the system. Let's just say it like that.
Yeah, and the thing is we have, my wife and I, I'll make it short. My wife and I, we wanted to start a village, right? So we went to South Africa, and anyways, long story short, we went all the way to South Africa. We met with founders there, and we toured all of the villages, and they have well, I don't want to share too much, but the villages there. I know we run out of time. They had villages, so we went to Johannesburg, we went to Durban, South Africa, and we saw a healthy village rescue kids, and just it was their school, it was their church, it was their sports leagues, it was their animal therapy, it was everything. And these kids have gone through so much trauma, but you couldn't tell because of the smiles that were on their faces. And so we have a foster care crisis problem here, so we got to do something about it.
I have a sneaky suspicion that you're going to solve it. At some point in time, you're going to help solve it.
It takes us coming together.
Yes, sir.
But it takes one person to do the initiative. But I know, shout out to everybody that has a part in foster care. But yeah, so follow our business.
Did you give me the website?
Cafe con Leche Texas on Facebook, and websites under construction. We're getting that out soon. And then the other is Impact Radio Show. If you have a business, which I know you do, because we're all about small business here, I want to help promote you. So contact me, and we can have you on the radio show as well.
And how do they contact you?
So my number is 210-701-9029.
He's given his number. Did you guys get
You guys
that?
better get that.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
unlimited.
What's the rule about that? You said that.
You
pointed
can.
something out.
You
Okay,
can.
okay.
Whatever you want. And I do that too. I just, like you said, I really do feel like so many changes. I was so scared about so many things until COVID came. So I'm more bold.
Yeah.
I'm even more confident because I was like, oh my God, Brenda, there is a couple of things, we lived through it. You have to tell the truth. Like, we lived through it. And what do we really want for our future? And those goals that you said you were always going to hit, it's time to hit them.
Yes.
Get it done.
Yes.
And give your number out if need be. If it's for your service, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm all about just connecting. And
Yes.
I mean to where like me and you, we were on the phone. We had not met, but I know he was looking up my social media. I know, I'm looking up yours.
I had already been following you. So I've been
That's what he
training for
said.
probably
He was-
for a
he was
couple
one
of
of
weeks.
these,
And then
Brenda's-
it was like,
Here's one of these. I want to play.
let me in. I'll be like the coach. Like, put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
Yes, so the connection is real. So then again, your number to get a hold of you if they want to be on the show?
Yes, so it's 210-701-9029. So 210-701-9029. You can call me anytime, but I'm not going to answer after midnight. No. But,
And this is the type of men that are going to be a part of the Men Unlimited group, you guys.
Yes.
Very,
I'm ready.
Yes, very spiritual, very knowledgeable, and just welcoming. So I am so happy that we had our first show, Brenda.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I am
let's
so
celebrate.
excited
Gotta be
right
part
over
of the
here.
first.
Yes.
First fruits.
And
Yes.
it's going to be the second Tuesday of each month, and just stay tuned for new guests that are going to be featured on the show. And if you're interested, again, it is WUSAshow@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you so much for.
So, before we leave though, you have events coming up. So I wanted you to share that with everyone.
Oh, okay.
She's like, wait, is it about me for 2 seconds? Yes, ma'am, it is.
So I'm a breast cancer survivor, so I'm really celebrating breast cancer all month long. So is it Friday of the 22nd, Brenda?
We're good. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
We're talking, they can hear us, but they can see your event right there.
Awesome. I'm doing a paint and sip. You're going to get a piece of artwork for $45, a piece of artwork, some nice hors d'oeuvres, and some adult beverages for $45, and that's going to go back to the cancer survivors that I honor at my main event, which is going to be on the 28th of October.
Right.
I'm going to have my main breast cancer event, and that's going to be held at Comanche Park. And we're going to have 6 cancer survivors there that I'm going to love on. I'm going to spoil them, and I'm going to give them gift cards, gift certificates, and just thank them for their struggle and beating breast cancer.
You are so amazing to do
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
But you were talking about the $45 paint and zip. I am so excited. I already got my ticket. And that day is 10/20, 2023 at 6:30.
Okay.
So
October the 20th. See, I'm so busy. I have somebody doing it for me. I hope I show up.
so that is going to be here at the WUSA workspace. So we are excited. 8721 Bots Lane. And
I have to say thank you. WUSA is a sponsor for my paint and sip. Hello.
you're doing so many things. We good.
Women Unlimited was so kind to offer and sponsor this for our cancer survivors. So Brenda, I salute. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you, ma'am.
We are all about support. There are so many men and women doing wonderful things. And at that point, it's like, connection, collaboration. That is what's going to make all of us grow. It's like inside and out, just really helping each other. So yeah,
and there's no such thing as being selfish in this industry. You got to have a giving heart.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So again, we are excited, and we do want to thank our, sponsors for today.
Oh yeah, want me to thank them again?
Yes, please.
Okay. I like Evolve Texas Medical Group, Empowering Connections, the talk show. Come be a member at WUSA
at womenunlimitedsa.com. If you want workspace, then definitely you're going to go there. You can fill out the form. If you want to show right over here, $50 for the hour. You're going to come out to, so many people that want to see you, want to help you grow, and want to share you. So, the people that are attached with us with Women Unlimited and now Men's Unlimited, we have just interviewed them. You see, they're wonderful, and they do want to help. We do have Mr. Green walking back in right now.
Mr. Green,
yes. So that he could say his goodbyes. So, Mr. Green, again, how can they get a hold of you?
Okay. Belief, BLEAF, enterprises.org is my landing page. You can find my podcast there. You can find the content creation services and empowerment strategy services.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I am having a free food drive today at my precinct office.
Wow.
It's at 6:00. I'm giving away free produce. Just come in your car.
Well, I gotta go now. I'm gonna be first line. I'm out.
But we want to kick off the holiday for Thanksgiving and to help individuals that are in need in Precinct 4. So come on through.
Where is the location?
2711 Southeast Loop 410. is going to be location free produce while supplies last.
Thank you again. Thank you so much, Kat.
No, thank
Like
you.
I said, like we both said, we had a vision, and that night it was happening. So I love going forward. We hope to see both of you guys back.
Yes,
And
for
again,
sure.
everybody that has tuned in, thank you for sharing, liking, commenting. But get ready, because the Men's Unlimited is on the rise,
It's on
and
the
we are
rise,
ready
y'all.
to
It's
go
on the
forward.
rise.
So we'll talk to you guys soon. Say bye,
Okay,
everyone.
Bye.
1, 2, 3.
Right over here.
Woosah!
Woo! Now let's do